It's like, I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Fuck buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Fuck shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. And fuck the hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's features. The garden's still private as ever. The gang thriving together. Your boys striving to be the most dominant ever. The hardest white boy since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters and holding comments. Cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right then. They ain't cut from the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the fucking bed like him. Cause they don't love it. They don't love it.
Got it? So, over the last 2 days, I've been learning about NE10, and NE10 is an automation app online. If you don't know about it, let's just stop. Yeah, basically, I went through Alex Hormozi's $100 million leads, after going through $100 million offers, of course, those who know. The books are amazing. They're absolutely phenomenal, and if you know who Alex Hormozi is, basically he's an entrepreneur, and the book is just amazing. He explains in his lead generation book, the second book, called $100 Million Leads, that you need a lead magnet, and he explains that his books are his lead magnet for his actual core offer. So you need a lead magnet to get people to trust you, to get people engaged in what you're doing. So you give them an offer that's so stupid that they feel stupid saying no to, that's so good. I've been thinking about that. So what we're going to do with our AI agency, we're going to go to warm leads. So he says start with warm leads. And this is the one downside to online business. This is the one thing that I'd say with online business is that people don't tell you. You should be going to people who you know to start. You shouldn't be going online. You should be finding your first clients in person and doing it for free and saying, I want to do this for free for you. I just want a testimonial. And then you get a testimonial, you get a picture of you with them, and then they will also word of mouth spread. And you can do that through just warm outreach. So asking people you know if they know anyone who'd be interested in your services or your product. Simple as that. That's what you should be doing, in my opinion. And then what you can get is testimonials up front, and what you can get is goodwill and a good reputation. You can also film the process. So another thing you can leverage by just doing warm outreach is filming the process. So you film front to back your service, and then people will see the details of the service. They don't have to remember it, but you're just going to gain their trust, and that's awesome. So that's what we're going to leverage. We're going to go to a couple of charities. One of them I'm already working for, I'm doing some web design for, so that's going to be awesome. That's going to be number one. Yeah, put some automations in, add some AI to the workflow. Through that, we're going to film the whole process. We're going to film going to our house. We're going to film setting up the workflow, and yeah, we'll build up this array of content. We'll do that for our first 5 clients, I reckon. Do it completely for free, and then we'll have loads of content. We'll have loads of testimonials, 5 stars. It'll be awesome. It'll shoot up our next client's perceived likelihood of success. They will trust us so much, and then we'll be able to charge them, but with 80% off what we want our base price to be. Then we'll move to 60, then we'll move to 40, then we'll move to 20. And the reason why we do those metrics is because it's linear. So the way we're moving is very predictable, but you're not going to have someone turn around and say, hold on, this guy who I know very well, you've charged him more money, less money, and what's that about? All this stuff, it has compounding effects, and then you can go online and you can say, we've already worked for tons of people, this is what we do. You're also just going to get good at what you do through working for people. So start off with warm leads, start off with doing things with people you already know. That is a definite piece of advice I would give. And as low friction as you can. So even if it's literally your dad or your family, say, this is what we did. The important part is, leveraging the things that no one can argue with. So mediocre job for your nan, for example. If you just film the whole process, it'll show you went from A to B. As I said, they don't care about the details. They just want the trust. So just leverage the trust in that video. And that's what you're going to gain forevermore. And that's content that you'll be able to put out and make interesting, and make it content that people will be curious about and watch the whole way through. So that's the idea, man. If you can't, it's hard to make content that's remote when you compare it to a physical thing. Our lead magnet after that, after we do things for free to get people in, is we're actually just going to keep giving away things for free. So the things that we're going to do for people for free is we're going to build like one automation, just because like why would we build like 5 for them for free? There's kind of no point. We'll still be able to give them, they'll still be able to give us a testimonial, because the fact is AI is so good and it's already highly leverageable. So like, why would we give them like 5 great automations when they'll be happy with just one for free? Kind of thing. We want to give them a crazy amount of value and blow their minds to create like a customer surplus, I guess is what it's called in economics, but goodwill, to put it simply, to make them like us, so they'll go and talk to other people and feel the need to go talk to other people because we've over-delivered, essentially. Kind of rambling a bit, but our lead magnet then is to give away one core offer for free. So if we go to a client and we see within their business they just highly benefit from certain automations or certain AI agents kind of thing being implemented, we'll give them one for free, one of the really high value things for them for free, but they won't get any of the other bonuses that we can give for free. We won't be doing, for example, paid ads, we won't be doing that for them. It will just be one build out for free. But I'd love to hear what you guys think up front about that. That would be really helpful. So yeah, back to work. So I'm picking up the camera because I've been learning n8n automation. n8n is like a web app. You can make what they call no-code automations. It's called a no-code tool, but I'm actually learning a lot of JavaScript inside of it. I'm very aware that the best course of action with AI for sure is going from customer needs, not researching tons and tons of automations and bringing them together. That's just not helpful. So that's not what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of just learning the basics, so when I talk to the customers about it, I won't seem completely clueless. So that's the idea. But yeah, if anyone knows any good ways to learn n8n, please let me know. Yeah, I want to see the limits of n8n. So if anyone's watching and knows kind of about this stuff, then I'd love to know, what you think the limits are to n8n, because if I knew the top 5 automations that I could sell right now, then I'd be able to lock in on them, understand them, and then when they're understood, I'd just go straight to my first client. Another thing as well is I've got a business partner, and it's hard to track exactly like how much work he's doing. We're just mates who have like common goals, so it's just always nice to know friends are working and stuff, because you can get motivation out of that. But more importantly, if you know how much they're working, then if they're working at all, then they're working on something and they're working for a certain amount of time. If you know that, then you can kind of go off where they're at in kind of a wider timeline, and that's a big deal as well, because the thing is, tomorrow my business partner could do 0 hours of work. He could maybe be ill, and that would be okay because it's in the short term, right? But if you know how much they're putting in now, then you can ask yourself, okay, then do the hours need to be upped? And then again, it doesn't really matter how many hours you up day by day. It's about how many hours you up kind of week by week, month by month, and then where you're at therefore in a year, in 6 months. I'm not worried about anything earlier than 3 months time, really. So that's the thing, but it's always good to know how much your fellow workers are doing. Working hard or hardly working.
Check. Hey, whoa, yeah. I'm so happy I'm alive today. I'm so happy I can see the light today. It don't matter if it's rain or shine today, cause I know the God is on my side today. Hey, I'm so happy I woke up today.
I'm not much of a bird watcher, but after looking out the window, you start noticing things, start noticing patterns. The crows are being very loud. It's kind of annoying. And my cat's here. It's been a while since I picked up the camera. There's one. So yeah, recently, me and my friend, we went to film at a friend's house She's called Sue, and I'm helping her out. Sue runs a charity here called Too Miney, and it's a pretty big charity. It's awesome. She wanted me to help her out with the website, and now that I'm doing this AI stuff, I thought as long as she's happy to give me a testimonial, I'm going to be able to, in my own time, test like what is going to make her happy, what is going to give her the biggest results, how much time that's going to take, how much time and effort and money that's going to take me, which is awesome. I'm going to try and get at least 3 other people like that who I can do stuff for free for. And then I'm going to say, hey, you guys can get one automation for absolutely free. Just booking a call with us and we'll audit your business. And then that's our lead magnet. We do 1, and then they can get 80% off on our core offer, which is awesome for them. And it means we get some more customers through the door. Then it will be 60, then it will be 40, then it will be 20, and hopefully people will start to get the pattern. But yeah, recently it's been awesome. What I filmed with Sue was great. I just literally didn't get out the mics, which was just stupid. We were in a bit of an echoey room, but I don't really mind too much. I could just use it as B-roll even. I want to do the same thing with other customers, so yeah, hopefully I'll remember about the mics then. I've been procrastinating a lot, and I want to talk about this because for the first time, I really haven't punished myself for procrastination. And that's because last time I heavily procrastinated over something, which was probably this business. Last time I really procrastinated, sorry, my cat she's all over the place right now. I looked it up and I was thinking, I know I'm procrastinating. This is the definition of procrastination, but it feels like the right thing to do. So I looked it up, did some research, and basically I came to the conclusion, through other people's conclusions, that procrastination is trying to tell you something, and you should always listen to it. So in this sense, procrastination was telling me what I was doing was so misinformed. I was getting up every day to try and do all the wrong things to get the right thing. I've realized the only thing I need to be doing right now is figuring out what I'm going to do for Sue for Too Miney, editing, chopping up that video, and basically, yeah, just doing the client-facing stuff, because I'm just going to keep saying over and over again, because I can show them, and I will show them, but I'm not going to do it right now. I can show them that I can do what I can do, right? I can show them the automations I'm making, the email AI agents that will literally automate your whole email inbox. I can do that. But I know I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to release all this content starting from a specific date, on a specific cadence. I'm going to release a seriously valuable piece of content, twice a week, I'd say, and then I will fill in the gaps. And that's per platform too. So why would I kind of worry about getting things done today, and then we got to get something done tomorrow, and then get something done the next day? When I went to film at Sue's, I had to do it at a time that suited Sue. So that's the kind of thing I'm getting at here. Like, I was pressing myself way too hard to do stuff that didn't matter because I basically saw every day as equal. And that cost me on the day I went to see Sue because I didn't bring the mics. I just thought, oh, it's another day, it will be fine. The way I've seen every other day. And it's like, no. Like, you brought the mics and then didn't get them out because you just weren't locked in. You just didn't think about what was going to come next. And it's because, again, I'm valuing all these other days, all these other tasks as just as important. It's important to push through the mundane. It's important to do the mundane when you don't feel like it, when you don't see it as valuable. But that's the key. It's not as valuable. You have to be real with these things. Yeah, I could have probably explained that better, but I'm never good at explaining things, so that's fine. But working through that procrastination, I've got to the other side and I'm just better for it. Not working is a problem. And in most scenarios, in a sustainable scenario, so I hope, for example, my business gains some traction and I'll always have business for year on year. But right now we're in the early stages, so I don't. And that is fine. It means that it's stupid to think that pulling this lever that doesn't 10x my business is going to be good as the one that 100x's my business. I mean, I'm at 0 right now. It's going to be infinite xing. So I shouldn't perceive pulling one lever as anywhere near as important as pulling the next. Seeing Sue, filming it, means that I can film the process, show it to people, and that they can see the whole process inside out. I also had a meeting with another guy who knows a lot about Microsoft SharePoint, which is awesome. I don't know anything about that, but he tells me that essentially AI could do some crazy things.
So the conclusion, and this was very much a predictable conclusion of our meeting, was that he needs to know what I know and I need to know what he knows. And I will make an AI system that will be highly valuable for the people that he's already serving. So that's super exciting and definitely something that can be done. He came up with an idea straight away. It was kind of a compliance idea for finance, if anyone knows anything about that. So yeah, it's been a really great couple of weeks. Even feeling the procrastination, you just have to surf your way through it. That's the way I see it. Show up, do the work, but seriously, like, if you're not listening to the procrastination, you will always hit that wall, and you'll come out the other side. Say you ignore the procrastination, you did the work that you know you need to do. You'll always come out the other side better off. I think the worst thing you can do is you think, oh, I'm procrastinating, I'm hating work, I need more work-life balance. No, you don't. Especially if I'm 19. I don't need that. So I listened to it. I'm really glad I did. Listening to procrastination in the early stages is a good thing. When you have employees and you have clients you need to make happy, listening to procrastination for weeks on end and not doing the work is really stupid. That's not what I did. I was still doing a bit of work. Because again, I realized kind of in real time that what's so much more important is the actual clients and the direct work that surrounds those clients, not admin tasks, not looking for loads of cool new automations. It's understanding what AI can do at its core and then going to a company and saying, yeah, we can do that. Which, to be fair, isn't easy, but a lot of these people don't know, what they're talking about yet, which is cool, and it's where we come in. A lot of old people that, they don't want to learn about AI. Yeah, it's been an awesome 2 weeks back to work.